I'm in a point right now where I can say this is an episode that means a lot to me because I decided to start a brand and now I've accomplished it maybe 15%. Again, I haven't done the amount of work that I have to be doing to get this brand out, but I've started it. And I got to a position, I got to a point where I have something to offer now. I have products. Well, I have a product and I have products because I have merch and I have a downloadable PDF, and then soon coming out with a book, and also gonna try to make a community for school once I get testimonials on the Relento method. The Relento method was born because I went through life, and to a certain extent, I couldn't come out victorious, right? I couldn't find a way to say, I'm moving forward, I'm getting it done, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a man, which I was supposed to provide and I was supposed to protect. I could protecting is something that I could do most of the time for the most part. But what I was failing in was providing. Providing was something that was very hard for me to be able to give my family, because at the very beginning I confused a paycheck with stable income, and I confused a paycheck with comfortability. Meaning, a paycheck is not stable. It's stable until it's not, because companies are changing their method, their ways, and only if you're like super high up, there's a harder percentage that you're gonna get dropped. But even then, I've seen it in my life. I've seen it in my wife's life. I've seen it in other people's lives where you thought you were secure, you thought you had the best position, the best job, and all of a sudden they replaced you. They didn't need you anymore, or they replaced you. And AI is only going to make this worse. Now, are you supposed to be scared with AI? No, you're supposed to use it to your advantage, and I'm using it to my advantage to help my brand grow. Why? Because what you used to need 10 people for, now you can do it with 5 people. Now you can do it by yourself. Do you want to be a lone wolf? I don't want to be a lone wolf. I want to bring someone in uh, in the future where we can do things together, plan events, or plan drops or merchant drops, or plan our next school community event, or whatever the case is. I want to do things with somebody else. But what I want to emphasize in this video is, if you have something, you got to if you want to do something, get started with it. It's not about having perfect content. It's not about being perfect. It's about starting and getting perfect. No, getting better. That's the word I want to use. Getting better on daily, because the rent of success is due daily. The rent of feeling good is due daily. Everything that has to do with leveling up, with growing, it's due daily, because we have this brain of ours that likes to go into roller coasters every now and then, because you have anger, you have sadness, you have happiness, you have grateful, you have all these emotions, weird, sick, shy, and it can stop you from getting to where you want to get to the life that you want to get to. And doubt, imposter syndrome, fear, like all these negative thoughts are things that keep a lot of people. I mean, I've been working in places where I've seen it. I've seen people know a specific skill that they prefer not to perform and not to perfect and not to put it out and practice, because people would pay for that skill, because they have a way of teaching it that schools don't, or other people won't, or whatever the case is. It needs to be said by this particular person. We'll get a little bit into that a little later on in the previous videos yet to come. But I want to stick on to the video, on to this episode, the fact that if you have something, get started, and don't just get started and go half in. No, make sure that when you get started, it's something that you want to do. A lot of people say, if you start something that if you weren't going to get paid for, you would still do it. I want to still do this. Offer the Relento. I'll still try to help people. Like for example, I have a TikTok, I have an Instagram, and I have a YouTube page. So all of those social media platforms, I'm gonna try to use to give out content, to give out information, to steer people in the right direction. If they want to help me out and support me, then great. If they don't, then it doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop posting content, because the content is gonna come from my relatability of my life, going through here and getting to B, right? Going from A to B. In this Relentel method, I have five pillars, which is it's ownership, commitment, clarity, discipline, and then action. Okay, and with that method, you're going to learn how I went, at least in my point, in my perspective, how I went from rock bottom to the point where I thought I didn't have a purpose. I thought my purpose was so hard to achieve because at a certain point in time, I thought I couldn't provide. I could always protect because I'll fight for my kids, for my wife, but providing the money is something that, yes, even though if someone were to tell you, I need you to get $100 by tonight, or else something bad is going to happen, you'll find a way to do it. But until it gets to that point, I didn't really feel that I was providing. I couldn't feel that urge of wanting to do better because it was so impossible. It felt so bad because of the situations that California is expensive and I can't do it. But then yet there's people that are living in California that make $100,000 a year or $150,000 a year. Why can't you? So again, this is all limited belief. This is a way of thinking, a habit of how you go upon your day, how you go about your life. So these are things that you have to change. And this is why I developed the Relentel method, because the Relentel method is something that I went through that helped me to get from point A to point B. If you want information on it, I don't know if I already said it. I'm gonna try to see if I can link the link below. If not, comment information and I'll get back to you. But what I want to focus on is, if you have something, go ahead and start it. Or if you just have information, go ahead and start it. Now, if you don't, forget what I just said. Get into digital marketing, affiliate marketing, UGC, or print on demand. I think those are 4 things that everybody should try to dabble in, because print on demand, if you have a slogan, or if you have artwork, or if you have something that you want to share to the world, or you just want to have it out there just so if someone, like for example, if I have a hat and I make it for myself and someone says, hey, I love your hat, where'd you get it? If I say, oh, it's just something I made, and they say, are you making more? Do you know where can I go to get it? And I don't steer them to somewhere where they can have it because they love the design, because they love, after I tell them, like, for example, what is Relentel? Relentel is a brand for people, for the kind of people who don't quit in life when it gets hard. If they can relate to it, then they're going to want to say, hey, where did you get it? And they say, oh, that's my brand. So where can I get it? It's something personal. People want to buy your things. People want to be part of something. So with that being said, print on demand is something you should get into. Digital marketing is, if you have a product or service that you can offer in the world, then go ahead and do digital marketing. It just means using the social media to promote it. Affiliate marketing is going to big brands, or not even big brands, but just going to a company that has stabilized itself and say, hey, I want to be an affiliate if I can sell your product or service, right? So whoever's selling this table, if I go to the manufacturer and I say, hey, I want to be an affiliate, I want to represent the tables, and every time I sell them, then you give me a commission. Okay, cool, that's an affiliate. And then UGC is what things are. This is the way that the internet's going now, or not the internet. Brands and companies, they're reaching out to individual people because they understand that. Like for instance, I have my own story. I have my own things that I went through. That within the frame of A, before I skip to B, in this framework, there's a lot of things that I went through. Now, the brand is going to reach out to me, or I'll reach out to the company and say, and I can say, hey, I had a dog all my life, and I still have a dog right now, which I don't. But I'm just saying, I have a dog. His name is Classy, if can I represent the dog toys that you guys promote? And the company's gonna be like, okay, yeah, you have a dog. They're either gonna say, can you make videos so we can put them on our website, or can you make videos and promote it? And that's UGC, user generated content. Again, I'll have a better explanation later on, but that's basically in a nutshell what it is. So get into these things. Why? Because it's always good to have something extra that can give you the opportunity to make more. Because if the opportunity is there, why not make more? If you're religious or if you're not, here's one thing. One thing is that we've been brought here for what? When we came to the world, what did we come in for? We all have a purpose. Whether we figure it out when we're young, when we're in young adult, or when we're an adult. Because some people live all the way to 60, 70 and finally find what they want to do. Colonel Sanders, I think it was, Kentucky Fried Chicken, he became rich until he was 64 or 62 or something like that, selling his recipe to the restaurants. McDonald's too, the guy that made McDonald's. And it's, again, you'll find it early or you'll find it late, but there's always a purpose that you were brought to fulfill, whether it's a recipe, whether it's whatever it is. It's something that you have to grow. It's something dealing with you growing. So therefore, by growing, you become a creator. So start creating, start growing into a business, growing into a personal brand, growing into making a difference in your family's life, or do that. But again, without further ado, I think this is enough. This is the first episode for the next episodes coming through. What's today? Friday. So on Wednesday I'll have another episode, and I'll format it a lot better. I'll get better at it. Believe me, trust me. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to get a better frame. I went to ChatGPT. I took a picture of what I wanted to do, like the couch, and I said, hey, give me a perfect setup, and it gives you a perfect setup. Now, did I copy it 100%? No, because again, I'm getting there. I'm not going to get there right now because I got to buy stuff. I got to figure out how to put the angle and all this stuff. But I'm doing what I need to do to give people who are watching me the best content that I can. But at the same time, I'm fulfilling the purpose of making myself better to give those who want to watch, who want to be a part of me, or a part of the purpose or the brand, giving them my best. I got to give them the best shirts or the best logo or the best slogans or the best, because I want to give it to them, because I want to do that. And when that comes through, then it's just a lot more better. But again, just I don't know. This was all over the place. Next time I'm gonna have a script, because I'm not off the top of my head. I want to make sure that when we talk about something, we're talking about that the whole episode, the whole video. I don't want to go and dabble into a lot of other stuff. Right now, what we dabbled in is the Relentel method, the 90-day builder that comes with the actual PDF right now. So if you buy the PDF, you get both of them. And then you got the merch that you can buy on Etsy, and then I guess that's it for now. But again, I just wanted I wanted to put the first video out with this setup, and I have you'll see what I have planned for the next video. This is gonna be different because I have a little cloth, a tablecloth that I was gonna put, and the next one we're just gonna talk about whatever we need to talk about without going into so much fluff. Till next time.